Alrighty guys, welcome back to part 2 of this roof build. In the first video right here, you saw us build the framing and all the truss work for this small roof. Well, it's a 20 foot, actually how big is it? I think it's 22 feet wide because this is an 18-foot garage door and it's extremely overbuilt. I did not want to have a big banana in the middle or any sagging over time, so we overbuilt the crap out of it. But that's okay, sometimes it's a little fun. I got grease, ice and water on here to protect the plywood from swelling. Now we're going to cut, bend, hem, screw down the standing seam, get the tongue and groove cedar on, get all the LP trim. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get to work. Chelsea's inside right now painting all the fascia because we're gonna do black on here to kind of make it stand out more in our front porch. That gable truss, we're gonna wrap that in black LP as well, so it'll kind of tie the house and the garage together. All right, that should be a little easier to work with. Still gonna be a pain in the butt, but I think I'm actually gonna use a ladder. I think this would be faster than hopping down and moving the skid steer every single time. And I'm not talking about Grandma's ladder. If you guys have been following the house build, this is Grandma's ladder. We call it Grandma's ladder because we got it from Chelsea's grandma. And it's about 5 pounds. And it is not safe at all. It says 225 on here somewhere. But I think it's grams because it's perfect for little things like this. But I've almost fallen to my death multiple times in this house build on that. I've really done it now. Oh jeez. Well, that was easy. Alrighty, first step, we gotta process these panels. I got this bender, borrowing from a buddy. It's essentially just a giant, it's basically a 16-inch handbrake. So that's gonna allow us to bend our steel under on the underside, and that way it will hook, you guys will see later, but it'll hook the drip edge and secure it because the whole point of standing seam is to not have any exposed fasteners. So I'm gonna double check my panels, make sure they fit, they do. And then going to start cutting. Need to measure 1 inch up, and we're going to just bend the bottom inch of these panels. They have a plastic film on here, which is nice to protect everything from goofballs like me scratching everything. And that helps on bigger panels too when you're trying to walk on it. I don't think I can walk on this roof. And hope for the best. So that gives me this. So this piece here will now hook on my drip edge and really secure into place. I know this looks shiny, but you can see right there, there's a sticker. So it's a relatively flat finish. This stuff is going to look awesome. Well, that wasn't too bad. Now we just got to repeat it and make sure that I do the correct side each time. Alrighty, so I did the math on the first piece that I need, and it is 7 1/4. That will result in a rib perfectly centered in the middle, and that's what I'll do for the batten, so it'll all line up beautifully. My OCD will make sense. Just like that. All right, we're gonna call that good enough. All right, so this is crude because it looks it's super dirty, but this is gonna go, and we did this hem. It's gonna hook on this. We'll put it right at the start there. We'll crimp this tight, put screws in here. The next panel will lock into this, and this nailing flange will be over here, and we'll then throw screws in there, crimp the drip edge, repeat. And there's still more up at the top, but that's the basic concept of the standing seam. Then there's no exposed fasteners because the next panel covers over the fasteners. Alrighty, they did not send me any screws, so I gotta go to the store and get some screws so that I can keep going before I lose daylight, which I will, but then I'll use a flashlight because I can't stop a project once I start. Well, it's starting to get pretty dark out, but I'm too pumped up to get this roof done, so I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see me or if it'll be too dark, but I'm going to get up there and come hell or high water, I'm going to get this standing seam screwed on tonight. It might not be completely complete because I still have to do some flashing on top, but I'm going to get all of the standing seams screwed on this roof. I am determined. Alrighty, sorry if it's noisy, guys, but you should be able to see me now a little better. I'm gonna try to keep doing this, but the wind has picked up like crazy, and they went from kind of being funny to literally not being able to see what I'm doing, which this stuff was pretty expensive. And more than that, I really don't want to do it twice. This is a pain in the butt. Alrighty guys, it's getting a little too dark to film. Camera is about to die, so I'm not sure how far I'll get. I will see you the next day it's not raining. We'll see you then. Alrighty guys, not done, but check this out. I pushed through last night and got all the sheets up. So all that I have left is that end piece, and then I have to do some complicated stuff to kind of flash it up the roof. But man, this stuff looks so sharp with that black door. This isn't finished yet, but this is all real 2x cedar. So this will really pop once we get the rest of the siding on. And then underneath there will be tongue and groove cedar. We had originally wanted to do this on the whole house, the standing seam, but after I came back and it was like, I think it was $80,000 or something crazy to do the house in it, we were like, yeah, we'll settle on a little eyebrow roof. So it really defines the garage. It's kind of hard to tell now. Once we get the rest of the siding up, it'll really show how sharp this stuff is. So let's hop up there and we'll get this wrapped up. Alrighty, got all this Z flashing cut. You can see just like this. This is black, and I'm gonna use it kind of the opposite of what you'd think. It's gonna go like this on the roof. That way when you look up, all you see is black. And I had a bunch of these screws left over from the barn build. So I'm just gonna use these because they hold the steel down really well, and there's already a rubber washer. So it'll save me a lot of time from having to put sealant and any other type of screw. Got all the pieces on. Now we just need to put the flashing over top of everything so that no snow can get behind the sheeting. So I'm going to use a combination of 18 gauge staples and 1/8 inch pop rivets. I'm going to use the staples to go into the zip system, and then the pop rivets are going to be how we're going to attach the flashing to the Z flashing. That should make this part, oh yeah, a heck of a lot easier. Alrighty guys, sorry it's been raining. I had to keep the camera inside. Got those two flashing pieces up there. I just have to pop rivet that last piece and cut a little 2-footer. So gonna get up there and all the steel will be done. Then the only thing left to do will be the cedar underneath. Probably gonna put that on the last siding video. I want to be able to stain all the sides before I put it up. So I don't want to just rush and slap it up now just to be able to put it in this video. So just imagine that there's 1x6 tongue and groove underneath, and we'll call it good. Alrighty, hopefully I cut this to the right size. Oh yeah, like a glove. I got this block of wood. I was really struggling to not drill and keep going through the roof, so I got this as kind of a stopper. It's helped quite a bit, because then I can just give it the sauce. So if you've never seen a pop rivet, this tool right here and this is a pop rivet. Probably hard to see on camera, but this pulls the stainless steel shaft through this bushing here, and it crimps the metal, so it pinches, it sandwiches from the back side. The benefit of this is if you have a situation where you can't get to the back side of something, like think of your car fender, if you were trying to fasten something to that, you can't really get on the inside without taking everything off. So with a pop rivet, all you have to do is drill a hole, stick this on one side, and this will crimp and pull the stainless steel through. Then you have a very secure connection. So that's what I've been doing all along this flashing, and these have a black top. So once it's complete, you can't even really see the fastener, especially from ground level or further away from where I'm standing right now. The only downside is once you pull the trigger, you can't really take it out without drilling it out. So you want to make sure you're in the right spot. Just like that. Excuse the medical gloves. I need all the tactile feel to deal with these tiny pop rivets, but it's like 28 in sleeving, so my hands are a little numb. Tried to get a little warmth. Alrighty guys, that is a wrap on this roof project. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think it looks way better than I was even expecting, which is always a good surprise. I'm not sure if we're gonna have another video before the new year. I'm gonna try to get one out, but if not, have a wonderful Christmas, guys. I need to get as much work done on this house as I can before these parties start, because I can't really sit there and think about a Christmas ham or something at the table when I got this on my mind. I want to be present at all of these parties. We're like triple booked every day. So there's gonna be a little lull in the house process, but that's okay. You know, it's been a very, very long year. We were hoping to be in by Christmas. We obviously have not made that, but that's okay. We're really at the point where we're taking time on the fine details to make this. This is a fully custom house, so we want everything to be on the money and not just rushed. Thank you guys so much for joining us this year. It's been an awesome journey. Next year we got some big things coming. We have some sponsors we're going to be working with, which if you live in Michigan, make sure you guys subscribe, because it's going to save you possibly thousands and thousands of dollars. If you like house content, you like what we're doing here, you like homesteading, join the ranch and see what we're all about. So thank you guys. Have a blessed Christmas, and we'll see you next year.